our last session, we are discussing about list. So in list, one thing is remaining that we will cover, and after that we will move with tuple data. Okay. So the thing which is remaining is how to modify, or change the element of a list. So suppose that I am having a list, and my objective is to change some element of that list. So how we will do it? So let me write this syntax is you will write your list name within square bracket which index value you want to change. So you need to give your index. It can be any index. So for example, if you want to change this 3, so the index of 3 will be 0, 1, 2. So we will write here, okay. So list name of index now is equal to whatever updated value you want to take, that value. So this is a syntax for changing any element of a given. Okay, let me take one example here. Some list is there. Okay. This is my list. Suppose that I want to change this 5 with 500. I want to modify this 5 with 500 as a value. So how we can modify this 5 with 500? So for that, first identify the index of this 5. What is the index of this 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So L of 4, if I am writing L of 4, we will get result as 5. Okay. Now I want to change this 5 with some other value like 500 or 5000. So my objective is to change this 5 with some other value like 5000. So how we will do it? Just simply use equal, and after equal your updated value. So my updated value is I want to change this 5 with 500 or 5000. Just write like this. Now after this, if you are checking your L, if you are going to check your L, you will see, here your 5 at this index, like 5 is going to be modified with 500 as a value. So if you want to modify any element of the list, you can modify it, and for that we need to know the index of that particular value. So whatever value you want to modify, you need to give the index of that, then only that modification will be there. For example, I want to modify this 2 with 200. Everybody write a syntax. How we can modify this 2 with 200? Let's give a try. I want to modify this 2 with 200. That is our job. So how we will do it? Anybody? Yes. L of your index. So 2 is present at which index? 2 is present at first index. So just write 1. Now after that, your updated value. So at this side, you will put your updated value. So my updated value is 200. Okay. And after that, just print your L value. L is nothing but your list. So if I am going to run this, you will see your first element, which is 2, is going to be changed with 200. Okay. So this is a way to modify any element of the given list. So if you are having a list and someone is telling that please modify any element of this list, you will modify with this syntax. That is the only option. Just ask your doubts if any question is there in this. What to do when hundredth element in their list? Now tell me one thing. Which element? See, if you are having 1000 element, then see element wise change you cannot do here. Okay, based on the indexes only you will perform changes. For example, someone is telling that whatever element is present at 500th index, just change that value with something like 100. So based on the indexes only you will change. So if you are having 1000 element, then whatever element you want to change, you need to have the index of that. Then only you will do. Okay, that is the only way. Based on the index value only we can perform the changes. Is there any upper value for the element? No, there is no any upper value. Okay, whatever list is there, based on that list, your elements will be there. Okay, so whatever list is there, suppose that I am writing here something like 100. Tell me 100 index is present in this. 100 index is present in this. 100 index is present in this? The answer is no. So in this case, what is my result? The result will be an error. The result will be an error. So if you are trying to modify any index and that index is not present, then in that case, you will get an error as a result. So here in this case, if I am going to run it, see, it will give you error because index is not present. Okay. So whatever index you are giving, that index must be present. If the given index is not present, it will give you an error. Error will be your answer in that case. Huh. Clear? Clear or not, guys? That means if you want to modify any, yes, we need to calculate the index. Without index, you cannot modify. Okay, without index, you cannot modify. First, you need to remember the index of that particular way. Okay, then only you can modify it, else you cannot modify. Come in. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, fine. So this is all about list that we have discussed. So we have discussed how to insert an element in list, how to delete an element in list. I think modification I have already discussed, but again I have discussed. Okay, fine. After this insertion, deletion, everything we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss next data type that is known as tuple data type. Okay. And tuple is similar to list. Only one difference is there. Only two differences are there. Rest everything is same as it is list only. Okay, no any difference. Coming to the tuple. Tuple. What is tuple? Tuple is also a collection of dissimilar elements. Tuple is also a collection of dissimilar elements. So if you are creating a tuple, so this is your tuple which is similar to list because list is also used for creating, for storing the elements. Okay, same as this tuple is also used for storing the elements. Okay, it is also used for storing the elements. Now coming to the tuple. For list, we are having a square bracket. For tuple, we are having parenthesis. Parenthesis. So basically, parenthesis is used for tuple. So if you want to implement a tuple, you need to use parenthesis. So parenthesis is the way to represent a tuple. After that, next one. Tuple is mutable or immutable. So first difference you can identify, list is represented by square bracket, whereas tuple is represented by parenthesis. First difference. Second difference is tuples are immutable in nature, whereas list is mutable in nature. That means once you are creating a tuple, once you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in it. So whatever elements of tuples are there, all those elements are fixed. You cannot perform a single change in that. Okay, everything is fixed. So for example, in case of list, if you will see here, I am trying to change this 2 with 200. So in case of list, it is acceptable. You can perform that change. But coming to the tuple, this type of change is not acceptable. You cannot perform this kind of change in case of tuple. So these two are the major differences between list and tuple. First thing. Second thing is how we can implement a list. So let me take creation of tuple. Simply create one variable, tuple1 is equal to within parentheses. So if you are storing multiple elements in parentheses, then it is a tuple. After that, you can write 10, 20, whatever elements you want. I want high as well, I want by as well. All those things we can take. Okay. And after this, if I am going to check the type of it, if I am going to check the type of it, then you will see the result will be type of tuple 1. Your result will be, it will be of tuple type. It will be of tuple type. So your result will be class tuple. Your result will be class tuple. So spelling mistake it is small t. Okay, small t. Now see, class tuple. That means what is the type of it? It is of tuple type. Now if I am giving square bracket, anybody who can tell me what data type it is now? Anybody?
List.
Now what is this data type?
This is list.
Yes, now it is a list. So I told you that when you are storing multiple elements in square bracket, because here I have used square bracket, then it is a list. But if you are using parenthesis like this, then it is a tuple. Okay, now it is a tuple. Yes, if you are not using this in quotation, Python will give an error. Okay, Python will give an error. It is important to give this quotation. So this is nothing but your string data type. So if you want to represent any type of text in our Python programming, we need to give quotation. Okay, if I am writing something like this, hi, without quotation, Python will give an error because Python don't know what it is. So if you want to implement a text, you need to use quotation, and quotation means it is a string. Okay, it means it is a string. That is what it is. So this is the way to create a tuple. After this, next. So after this, in case of tuple, because tuples are immutable in nature, tuples are immutable, immutable in nature. That means once you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in it. How we can prove it? See, I am having this tuple. My objective is to change this 20 with 200. I want to change this 20 with 200. Anybody remember the syntax? How to change? अभी मैंने बताया कि कैसे हम लोग एलिमेंट को चेंज करते हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लिस्ट. सब लोग सिंटेक्स लिखो क्या होता है. What is the syntax to change this 20 with 200? How to change this 20 with 200? Everybody. Yes, tuple of 20, we will write variable name, which is tuple1. Now, coming to the index of 20, index of 20 is 0, 1. We are writing 1. And after that, your updated value is 200. Now, in this way, if I am trying to modify tuple, that is not acceptable because tuple is immutable in nature. That means once you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in it. Okay. So if I am going to run this, this code will give you an error. This code will give you an error. Why it will give you an error? Because tuple does not support modification. Modification, this syntax is for modifying the element. So with respect to tuple, we cannot modify the elements. You cannot modify the elements. Here, what I am trying to do, I am trying to change the element which is present at first index with 200. So it is not acceptable with respect to tuple. So if I am going to run this, you will see an error will come. And what error is showing? Error is telling that you cannot perform this kind of change in it. Okay, changes is not acceptable. Okay, so that is the thing. This means that tuple is immutable in nature. Immutable means once you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in. Okay, that is it. Huh, guys. This point is clear or not? Tuples are immutable in nature. Everybody. Now, one more thing. Tuples are immutable in nature. That means once you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in it. Now, my question is, when I am talking about list, so for list, if you want to add any element, so for adding, we are having different functions. For deleting, we are having different function. Can we do all those things in tuple as well? Can I add any element in tuple? Can I delete any element in tuple? Can I do? Can I do? The आंसर इज नो. इस वजह से हमारे टपल्स के अंदर कोई भी इंसर्शन या डिलीशन फंक्शन नहीं होते. ओके, टपल्स आर इम्यूटेबल इन नेचर बिकॉज ऑफ दैट we don't have we don't have any insertion. That means the function which is going to, like, the function which are used for insertion purpose. So we don't have any insertion and deletion functions in case of tuple. So if you are creating a tuple, you cannot perform any kind of changes in it. Whatever elements are there in your tuple, all those elements are fixed. Okay, that is it. Now here, one more story is there which is important. That concept is known as tuple packing. What is the meaning of tuple packing? So this is important, tuple packing. Suppose that I am writing something like 10, 20, 30, 40, high, by. Anybody, क्या type होगा इस? What is the type of? What is the type of it, guys? What is the type of it, guys? Guess करो क्या होगा? या डेटा टाइप इसका क्या होगा? मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ. What is the data type of this a variable? Just think. क्या हो सकता है? Or it will give you an error. What you guys are thinking here? Anybody? Guess. You can take a guess. Whether it is correct or incorrect, that is fine. Okay, error. Anybody else? Pamyan is telling error. Fine. Next one. नमन, क्या सोच रहे हो क्या होगा? लिस्ट होगा, टपल होगा, या एरर आएगा, क्या आएगा? इफ आई विल रन दिस. नो डेटा टाइप. ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता ना. नो डेटा टाइप. सी हियर. Here we have not given any kind of bracket, but we are trying to store multiple elements in your A value. Here we have not given any kind of bracket, and we are trying to store all these multiple elements into a single variable. In this scenario, what Python will do? Try to understand. In this scenario, Python will pack all these values. Whatever values are there, all these values will be packed. And in which format it will be packed? It will be packed in tuple. So whatever, if you have not given any bracket, अगर मैंने कोई bracket नहीं दिया है, तो उस केस में क्या होगा? जो भी वैल्यूज हम दे रहे हैं, वो सारी वैल्यूज पैक हो जाएंगी किसके अंदर? एक टपल के अंदर. So if I am asking what is the type of it, the type of it is your tuple. So type इसका क्या होगा? tuple. तो अगर अदर वर्ड्स में इसको और समझना है तो ये कह सकते हो कि अगर मैंने कोई भी ब्रैकेट नहीं दिया है तो बाय डिफॉल्ट पाइथन जो है टपल कंसीडर करता है उस उन वैल्यूज उन वैल्यूज को एक टपल के अंदर स्टोर करता। ये चीज आप रख सकते, दैट इज अ थिंग। So if I am going to run this, you will see it is going to be considered as a tuple. So if you have not given any bracket, here I have not given any bracket, and I am trying to store multiple elements into one single variable, that is a. So it is acceptable in Python. You can do it in Python. But what Python will do? Python will pack all these values. Whatever values are there, all these values will be packed. And after packing, where these values will be packed? These value will be packed in form of a tuple. So your result will be your tuple. And this complete process is known as tuple packing. This complete process is known as tuple packing. That is the thing. This is only tuple packing. That means if you have not given any bracket, then by default Python will pack all these values into in the form of tuple. That is the only thing. Ask you those. Clear, everybody? After this, we are discussing about the operators. So see, whatever operators we have discussed in list, all those operators are acceptable in tuple as well. Okay. So concatenation operator. What this concatenation will do? Anybody? Concatenation operator क्या करता है? What concatenation operator is doing? Joining. Correct. So what it will do? It will join two tuples as a single tuple. So these are our two tuples. I want to join the elements of these two tuple as a single tuple. Can I do? Yes, you can do with the help of plus operator, that is known as concatenation of. So if you are having two tuples and my job is to concatenate these two tuples as a single tuple. So can I do that concatenation? Yes, with the help of plus operator, we can do this. Okay, that is the thing. Next is your repetition of in concatenation. Any doubt? Concatenation में किसी को doubt है तो पूछ। हाँ guys, in concatenation any doubt? Don't think any doubt. Fine. Coming to the repetition operator. Coming to the repetition operator. That is your star. Anybody remember repetition क्या करता है? किसी को याद है? What repetition will do, guys? Repetition operator. Anybody? किसी को नहीं याद repetition क्या करता है? Basically, repetition operator is used to repeat.
सर सर जब ये इसका एलिमेंट सब रिपीट होने लगे, पूरा एलिमेंट्स मल्टीपल टाइम्स रिपीट हो जितना टाइम्स हम दिए हैं।
Correct. So one tuple is there. My job is to repeat these elements n number of times. N can be any number. 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, any number. So what is my requirement here? I want to repeat these elements whole time in our tuple. Can I repeat it? Yes, you can do with the help of a star operator. So this star operator is known as repetition operator. And what this repetition operator is doing? This repetition operator is repeating the elements. These are the elements. So these elements will be repeated. How many times these elements will be repeated? 4 times these elements will be repeated. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, one time, then second time, then third time, then fourth. So this is your repetition of. That means you are having a tuple, and in that tuple you want to repeat the number of elements. So for repeating the number of elements, we are having repetition. Clear? What is repetition operator? After this, membership operator. कौन से membership operator होते हैं guys? What are your membership operator? What are your membership operator? Correct, Kamini. So in and not in are your membership operator. Not in and in out. So basically these two operators are known as membership operator. What this membership operator will do? These operators are used to check whether a given element is a part of the given sequence or not. So whatever sequence is given, so it will check whether that element, whatever element you have taken, whether that element is a part of your given sequence or not. If it is a part of given sequence, your result will be true, else your result will be false. Okay. So in this case, suppose that I am writing 100 in L1. Tell me 100 is a part of this sequence, that is your tuple. 100 is a part of this tuple. The answer is no. 100 is not a part of this tuple. So what is my result? क्या result आया यहाँ पे? True or false? What will be the result? The result will be false because whatever element you have taken here, that element is not present. So whatever element is there, if that element is not a part of your tuple, your result will be false, else your result will be C. Okay. That means this 100 is not present in this C. Okay, same as it is if I am taking one more example. I am writing 1, not in L1. True or false? True or false? Hmm. True or false? 1 not in L1. 1 is present in L1. That means this statement is false. Because 1 is present in your L1. And this statement is telling that 1 is not a part of your, okay, which is false. After this, next one. Next one is indexing and slicing. So this is also same in case of tuple. This is also same in case of tuple. So how to access an element of the tuple? So how we can access the element of the tuple? So it is same as it is. See, I am having tuple 1. And inside this, I am taking some element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I am writing print tuple 1 within square bracket. I am writing -3. What is my result? What is my result? Anybody? -3. So see here, minus means backward direction from right to left like this. In this direction, I need to change. What is my first index? -1. This is your -2, and this is your -3. So at -3, which element is present? 6 is present. So that 6 will be your answer. So if I am going to run this, your result will be same as it is if I am writing print tuple of 10. What is my result? Print tuple of 10. What is my result? Hmm. The answer will be an error. Why answer will be an error? 10th index. I am writing that I want to access 10th index. So 10th index is present in this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8 indexes are there. Okay, 7 indexes are, yeah, 8 indexes are there. So you are trying to access 10, which is not acceptable. If you are going to run like this, it will give you an error because this 10th index is not. If this index is present, you will get an error. You will get the element. So if the index is not present, you will get error as an answer. Now, what is my result? Yeah, 7 indexes are there. Okay, 7 indexes. Yeah. Huh, guys, what is the result for this? 263. रिजल्ट बताओ इसका क्या हुआ था मैंने.
सर 2
What
और
is the
4.
2? क्या होगा रिजल्ट?
सर 2, 2 और 4.
2, 4. Okay. Anybody else other than 2, 4? कुछ और? चल करता हूँ. See, starting index. First starting index, which is 1. So 0, 1. From here, I need to start. This is my starting area. From 2. I will go till 5. 5 means we will go till 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means I will stop here. So my slicing area is comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. This is my slicing area. Now step value is given as 2. 2 means how many elements I need to skip? One element I need to skip. So a starting element will always be printed. So 2 will be printed. After that, 2 means one element we need to skip. So this 3 will be skipped. After this, 4 is there. So 4 will be printed same as it is. Next element with one element we need to skip. So 5 will be skipped. What is my answer? 2. And this is your answer. So the result of this expression is 2 comma. The result of this is your 2 comma. Same as it is. More example. Result. What is the result for this?
3 6.
Hmm? 3. Okay.
Sir, 3 and 6.
Okay.
सर
3.
सर 3 ओनली.
ठीक है. Let's start. So starting is what I am going to start from. So 0, 1, 2. From here I am starting. My ending is 4. 4 minus 1, that is 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. That means I will stop here. My slicing area is 3 comma. So now 3 means how many elements I need to skip? 2 elements I need to skip. So first element will always be printed. So 3 will be printed same as it is. After 3, how many elements I need to skip? 2 elements I need to skip. But only one element is present. So that element will be skipped. So after this, what is the result which is remaining? 3 is my result which is remaining. So that is your result. So the result of this one is your 3. So 3 is the result of this. If I can take more example. Now result. Everybody tried
3 and 6.
3 and 6. Anybody else other than this? Three and error. एक चीज दिमाग में रखना, स्लाइसिंग के केस में कभी एरर नहीं आएगा, ये दिमाग में रखना, ठीक है? कभी भी एरर आपको नहीं मिलेगा। अगर आप नहीं मूव कर पा रहे हैं, आपका एम्प्टी टपल रिजल्ट, ठीक है? सो इन केस ऑफ स्लाइसिंग देयर इज नो एनी चांस ऑफ गेटिंग एन एरर. So error is not possible in case of slicing. Only one possibility is there of error that I will tell what is the possibility where you will get it. सिर्फ एक possibility है जहां पे error आती है slicing में, वरना error कभी नहीं आएगी, ठीक है? Now see, I am starting from 2. 2 means 0, 1, 2. From here I need to start. Now after this ending index is 9. 9 minus 1, that means 8. We will stop at 8. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But 7 index is present only. 8th index is not present. तो याद रखना, जब भी एंडिंग इंडेक्स हमारा प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है, तो लास्ट इंडेक्स हमेशा कंसीडर किया जाता है, जो कि है 8. तो आवर स्लाइसिंग एरिया विल बी 3. Then we are having 4, then we are having 5, then we are having 6, then we are having 7, then we are having 8. Then this is our slicing area. First element will always be printed, just take as it is. After this 3 means दो एलिमेंट स्किप करते चलना है, तो ये दो स्किप हुए, नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट आ जाएगा, दैट इज 6. अगेन दो एलिमेंट स्किप होंगे, सो ये दो. So after this, what is the result which is remaining? Your slicing is completed. 3 and 6 will be your result. So if I am going to print it, your result will be 3 and 6. 3 and 6. ठीक है? अब एक मैं एग्जांपल ले रहा हूं जो आप लोग को क्लियर करेगा कि कब एरर आती है, कब नहीं एरर आती. नाउ व्हाट विल बी द रिजल्ट? एनीबॉडी टेक अ गेस, व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट? Just think, what is the result? If I am going to run this code, what answer we will get? Everybody, guess करो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. गलती तो होगी, उससे क्या हो जाएगा? नो इश्यू, जस्ट एटलीस्ट टेक अ गेस. कामयानी, नमन, टेक अ गेस. Yeah, Abhinay, you are correct. What about others? See here, in case of slicing, only one chance
एरर.
of error is possible. सिर्फ एक चांस एरर का पॉसिबल है. व्हाट इज दैट? इफ योर स्टेप वैल्यू इज जीरो. अगर आप स्टेप वैल्यू जीरो देते हो, दैट इज द ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी वेयर यू विल गेट एन एरर इन केस ऑफ स्लाइसिंग. अदर देन दिस यू विल नेवर गेट एन एरर. सी, slice step cannot be zero, so this is the only possibility you will get an error. Otherwise you will never get an error. Okay, no any chance. There is no any chance of getting an error. Only one possibility is there when your step value is zero. Okay, so please remember this point. Okay, in case of slicing, there is only one possibility where you will get an error. What is that possibility? Your step value cannot be zero. If it is zero, directly you can say the result will be an error. Directly you will say the result will be an error. Let me take one more example. Tuple 100, 200, 5. What answer we will? What answer we will get? Anybody? नमन, आप रन करके देख रहे हो? गलत बात है ये. ऐसे ही बताओ. आप कोड को लिख रहे हो, फिर रन कर रहे हो, फिर आउटपुट बता रहे हो. रन ना करो, अपने दिमाग से बताओ. ठीक है, एवरीबडी. अभी नया कामया नहीं. व्हाट यू डूइंग? अच्छा, 100, 104, 100. ओके फाइन. अदर रिस्पॉन्स दो. अभी नहीं, एटलीस्ट गिव रिस्पॉन्स. करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट दैट इज फाइन, नो इश्यू. द आंसर इज एम्प्टी टपल, बिकॉज एरर तो आती नहीं है, ये मैंने पहले बता दिया कि आपको एरर नहीं मिलेगी इस केस. एरर स्लाइसिंग का सिर्फ एक पॉसिबल वे है, जब स्टेप वैल्यू जीरो. दैट इज द ओनली केस वेयर यू विल गेट एन error. That is the only possible way you will get an error. That is the only possible. After this, यहाँ पे error नहीं आएगी तो क्या आएगा? समझ. 100 इंडेक्स इज प्रेजेंट इन दिस. क्या 100 इंडेक्स प्रेजेंट है इस लिस्ट के अंदर? सोचो. एनीबडी? 100 लिस्ट इज प्रेजेंट इन दिस. बताएगा कुछ? The answer is no. This index is not present. Coming to the ending index. क्या ending index present है यहाँ पे? That is 200. that is 200. Ending index is present. The answer is no. That means your start index is not present, ending index is not. Both things will not. Okay. So if both the indexes are not present, your result will always be empty content only. So here I am trying to perform slicing over tuple. That's why I am getting empty tuple. So if I am trying to perform slicing over list, then you will get empty list. So if your start index and ending index both are not present, then your result will be empty content. Okay, let me show you. See, empty. Same as it is, let me take one more example related to this one. Result. रिजल्ट एवरीबॉडी क्या रिजल्ट आएगा यहाँ पे? हाँ, अभिनय कम यानी व्हाट रिजल्ट? हाँ, empty tuple. The answer is empty tuple. Why empty tuple? Check. -100 index present है क्या? This index is present. क्या -100 इंडेक्स प्रेजेंट है? नहीं. -50 इंडेक्स प्रेजेंट है क्या? मैंने एक बात बोली है, अगर स्टार्ट और एंड, अगर स्टार्ट और एंड दोनों नहीं प्रेजेंट, if start and end both are not present, okay, in that case you will always get empty content as a result. So यहाँ पे आपका स्टार्ट और एंड दोनों नहीं प्रेजेंट है, तो कोई भी केस में अगर दोनों चीजें प्रेजेंट नहीं है, योर रिजल्ट विल बी एम्प्टी कंटेंट. ऑलवेज सी, इट इज ऑलवेज, ये चीज हमेशा रहे. अगर कोई भी इंडेक्स ले रहे हो आप, वो इंडेक्स प्रेजेंट नहीं है, तो आई एम टेलिंग दोनों इंडेक्सेस प्रेजेंट ना, कोई एक भी प्रेजेंट है तो तुम्हारा रिजल्ट आएगा. इफ एनी वन इंडेक्स इज प्रेजेंट यू विल गेट द रिजल्ट. इफ बोथ द इंडेक्सेस आर नॉट प्रेजेंट, then only you will. Okay, then only. So please remember this thing, guys. Okay, this is a thing you guys need to do. Now, 7 minutes are remaining. If any doubt, any type of question you guys want to ask, please let me. अगर कुछ पूछना है किसी को तो पूछ. हाँ गाइस, वन बाय वन प्लीज लेट मी नो क्या डाउट है. हम्म, ठीक है. इफ इट इज क्लियर लेट मी टेक वन मोर एग्जाम. रिजल्ट. प्लीज शेयर प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन ऑफ पाइथन. हाँ, प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन अगर आपको चाहिए ना स्लाइसिंग का, मैं बताता हूँ आपको कहाँ जाना है. ठीक है, क्लास 11. हाँ, ये क्लिक है गाइस. जिनको जिनको प्रैक्टिस करनी है स्लाइसिंग और इंडेक्सिंग की, वो ये टॉपिक रेफर कर सकते हैं. आप यहाँ पे देखोगे जो जो मैंने पढ़ाया हुआ है, आपके क्वेश्चंस भी मिल जाएंगे. जैसे इसका रिजल्ट क्या होगा, इसका रिजल्ट क्या होगा, साथ में हमको कोडिंग क्वेश्चन भी करने हैं ना, ये देखिए प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन है यहाँ. ठीक है. अदरवाइज इफ यू वांट टू डू प्रैक्टिस एज वेल, यहाँ पे नीचे आओगे तो देखो कोडिंग प्रॉब्लम्स भी है, तो आप कोडिंग प्रॉब्लम्स भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. ठीक है, ऐसे आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. देखो खूब सारी चीजें.
सर लिंक चैट में डाल दीजिए.
हाँ हाँ, लिंक तो नीचे है. जिसको जिसको प्रैक्टिस करनी है, ये बेस्ट वेबसाइट है, क्योंकि ये इजी, मतलब सिंपल से एडवांस लेवल पे जाओगे आप इससे। यहाँ पे आप देखोगे छोटे छोटे स्लाइसिंग दी हुई है, तो आप इससे प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो, इनको भी प्रैक्टिस कर। ओके। हाँ, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन पूछना है आप लोगों को तो बताओ। या थैंक्स कमेंट। या एनी क्वेश्चन, एनीथिंग यू गाइस वांट टू आस्क, प्लीज लेट मी।
सर ये लिस्ट और टपल का आगे चल के मतलब कोडिंग में इसका यूज इस तरह से होगा, क्योंकि जब कोई ऐसा नोन चीज के पर हम लोग कोडिंग करेंगे तो हम लोग जिसको एडिटिंग नहीं करना होगा तो उस समय हम लोग यूज करेंगे लिस्ट
देखो,
का और बाकी टाइम
मैं
टपल।
बता मैं बताता हूँ। देखो, जब हमको कोई चीज एक्सेस करनी है, ठीक है, सिर्फ एक्सेसिंग के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं टपल। ठीक है। अगर कहीं पे हमको मॉडिफिकेशन करना है या हमको कुछ ऐड करना है, ठीक है, तब हम लोग लिस्ट का यूज करते हैं। ठीक है। टपल क्योंकि फिक्स होता है, तो उसमें हम कोई चेंजेस तो नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, हम कोई चेंजेस उसमें नहीं कर सकते टपल के अंदर। तो टपल इज यूज्ड फॉर एक्सेसिंग द डेटा। इफ यू वांट टू एक्सेस सम डेटा, you can use tuple. But coming to the list, list mutable in nature. That means once you are creating a list, you can you can perform insertion, deletion. All these things are acceptable with respect to. तो अगर आपको इंसर्शन डिलीशन ये सब प्रोसेस करना है, तो आप जा सकते हो लिस्ट के लिए। अगर आपको सिर्फ एक्सेस करना है डेटा, देन यू कैन गो विद टप। ठीक है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन और डाउट? Fine, I don't think any doubt is there. Okay.
Can I wind up this session, sir?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.